Good morning, second grade. There we go. It makes me feel so good. It's just so nice to see students in Bell Hall. And second grade, this is your first time here this year for lower school chapel. Is it nice to have all of Bell Hall to yourself? Yeah. You look great. Oh my goodness, I love seeing you. So, a few things that I wanted to point out. I know second grade, something behind me that I think you might know something about. What is it behind me here? Yeah, did you guys make those? An art class? So they're fabulous. You did such great work. I love seeing the artwork on the walls, and this is a message out there for all lower school students. These pumpkins are adorable. I mean, I will move aside so the audience can see. But they're small, and I've seen a lot of people walk by, and they just want to reach out and touch them because they're so cute. But they're what? They're kind of fragile, right, guys? You made them, you know, and you put your heart and soul into making those, and they turned out so beautiful. So should we remind everybody that they should only look with your eyes, right? Not with your hands. So look at the beautiful artwork always, even that on the wall. I've seen a lot of people go by and they want to touch. A lot of these beautiful pieces, especially these over here, they're pastels. Have you ever worked with pastels? If you haven't, you will. And the great thing about pastels, they're really soft, like chalk almost, but they really come off on your hands. So if you touch the artwork, it's actually going to mess up the artwork because they're so touchy and really react to touch. So we just want to look again with our eyes. Beautiful artwork, though, starting to fill our walls, and we love that at Montgomery. So keep up your good work in art class, and we'll see, I'm sure, more masterpieces throughout the year. Another thing I want to mention, and this again isn't just for second grade, this is for the whole lower school, but we need to do a better job with something. Something that I've noticed is there's a little bit of trash around our campus. And when we see trash, what should we do? Pick it up, yeah. It's okay to pick it up. There are so many like Purell stations, there's so many places to wash your hands after you pick up trash, which I always urge you to do. But definitely, I see people kind of walking by and not really paying attention. We love our school community so much, so it's really important that we take care of it. And I'm even noticing in the restrooms over here, and this isn't really for you guys because you have your own restrooms in second grade, but for the older kids, we're not taking good care of our restrooms. So we really need to make sure we're getting the trash in the trash cans, right? Not hard to do, that we're keeping the water in the sink, not splashing water around. We really need to do a better job with these things. So I know everybody can help us out. If you see someone making a mess, say, hey, clean that up, right? I know that's hard to do, but we all need to help each other remember these things. Okay? So today is kind of like your Friday, lower school, right? Are you happy about that? Yeah? Are you happy that you'll have a few days off from school? I heard some lovely person say no over here. Was that you, Gary and Charlotte? Thank you. And was that you too? Good. Good answer, Gabriella. She's happy, she loves school, but she's happy to have a couple of days off. I feel that, yeah. So while you are off for the next couple of days, your teachers are hard at work. They have their parent-teacher conferences, and we have lots of parents here. Let's all wave to the parents in the back. This is such a good second grade crowd. Thanks for being here, parents. But we're excited to have our conferences with you all coming up, and guys, this is like your last chance to have fresh information in your teachers' brains to share with your parents. So should you make it an extra special great day? Yeah, I'm telling you, do that. Do that. That will be very useful information to share with your parents. But we're looking forward to that. And then on Monday, while you have another day off, the teachers come back again because we're doing a professional learning day, which means that we're all still learning as adults, just like you're learning as students. So we love for learning to happen, but your teachers will be here working hard again. So we hope you guys have a restful few days and come back ready to go with us on Tuesday, okay? Charlotte, did you have something to say? You love your school and your home. Okay, that just made me feel so good. that they're even like the same, right? School and home, your two happy places. Who would agree with that? I would agree with that for sure. My school and my home, my definite happy places. So thank you for sharing that. So this morning, we have the lovely Mrs. Walton ready to give her chapel, and I see the book that she's going to read, and I love this book, so I'm very excited. But do you know something special about this special person, Mrs. Walton? Guess how many years she's been here? It's a big number. What do you think, Ava? 15? Higher. Connor? Not 50. I'm wrong, but good guess. We're definitely a little lower than 50. What do you think? Charlie? 16, a little more. You're getting close, Jack. 20, you're the closest so far. What do we think, Quinn? 24, we're in the ballpark. Oh, well, Gary? 26. No, a little lower. Evelyn? Or Everly, sorry. No, a little lower. Should we all guess? Shout out your answer to me. 21, you said it, yes. This is her 21st year at Montgomery School. Should we applaud that? That's pretty awesome, right? So this year, I am very blessed, and I know Mr. Roger Egan would say the same. We are so lucky that we have Mrs. Walton's amazing skills, and let me tell you, they are amazing, helping us with running our lower school and middle school, and I couldn't ask for better help. She is ahead of me, always thinking of the next great thing that we can do in our lower school and middle school just to keep things running smoothly. I'm so impressed with her forward thinking and her organization. The thing that I really love about Mrs. Walton, too, she's super creative. Whenever anyone is lost with, what could I do for chapel, or what might we do for costumes, she is our go-to person, and we love that about Mrs. Walton. So, are you ready for her chapel? Yeah, okay. Let's welcome Mrs. Walton to the stage.
Good morning, Montgomery. Usually I'm saying good afternoon, Montgomery, on the announcements at the end of the day. But today I get to say good morning. And today I'm going to share a chapel with you that I think is really important. First of all, let me ask you this. Raise your hand if you've ever made a mistake. Yep. Everybody, moms, dads, teachers, we all make mistakes. How many of you have heard the phrase, we learn from our mistakes? Yes, we've heard that a lot, haven't we? Because sometimes we have to make a mistake to have that light bulb go off and go, oh, I should have done it this way. This is a better way to do something. Well, sometimes we get upset with ourselves when we make a mistake. Sometimes we grab that eraser and we really go to town on our paper because we're mad that we made that mistake, and we wrinkle our paper or we make a hole in our paper because we've erased so hard. Sometimes we're just afraid we're going to make a mistake, and we get that tight little knot in our stomachs, or our heart starts to beat really fast and we get nervous. Mistakes happen. We all make them, and guess what? You're going to make a lot more. So don't worry about your mistakes, because again, we learn from them, right? Don't get upset with yourself if you make a mistake. Just throw your hands up and go, oh well, I'll do better next time, okay? So don't sweat your mistakes. Don't get that feeling in your tummy. Don't get angry at yourself. And don't put that pressure on yourself to be perfect all the time. I'm going to share a story with you today called The Girl Who Never Made Mistakes. Now think about that. If somebody never ever made a mistake, just think of all the pressure they must feel. Oh my God, what if I do make a mistake and everybody will know? So let's find out about Beatrice and why they call her the girl who never made mistakes. For Beatrice Bottomwell, Friday began like any other day. She matched her socks, and of course, she put her shoes on the proper feet. She remembered to feed her hamster, Herbert, his favorite food, broccoli. And when she made a sandwich for her brother Carl's lunch, she used exactly the same amount of peanut butter as jelly. When she stepped outside to greet her fans, she didn't forget to say, "Good morning, thank you." They asked if she made her bed. She had. They asked if she forgot to do her math homework. Nope. "What about tonight's talent show?" they asked. "I'm ready," said Beatrice, with a smile. After all, her juggling act had won 3 years in a row. Most people in town didn't even know Beatrice's name. They just called her the girl who never made mistakes, because for as long as anyone could remember, she never did. Unlike Beatrice, Carl made lots of mistakes. He ate his crayons and drew with his green beans. He danced with his hands and played the piano with his feet. Carl loved to make mistakes. At school, Beatrice was on a cooking team with 2 of her best friends, Millie and Sarah. To make their giant rhubarb muffins, they needed 4 eggs. Beatrice went to the refrigerator and carefully chose the biggest, eggiest eggs that she could find. But on the way back, her legs slipped out from under her. The eggs went flying. Beatrice was about to make her first mistake. But she didn't. That was close, thought Beatrice. For the rest of the school day, Beatrice could not stop thinking about her almost mistake. On her way home from school, Beatrice watched Millie and Sarah ice skating in the park. "Come join us," said Millie. "It's fun," said Sarah. Beatrice watched them slip and slide on the frozen pond. Millie and Sarah laughed as they wobbled on the ice. "No, thanks," said Beatrice. At supper, Beatrice barely touched her food. "Is everything all right, kiddo?" asked her father. "I'm worried I'll mess up tonight," said Beatrice. "And everyone will be watching." "Worry? You don't make mistakes," said her father with a smile. Beatrice tried to smile too. After supper, Beatrice got ready for the talent show. First, she woke up Herbert from his nap. Next, she got the salt shaker from the kitchen table. Finally, she filled a balloon with water. The school auditorium was packed. Beatrice felt her stomach jumping around inside her. Beatrice waited for her juggling music to begin. "That's her. That's the girl who never makes mistakes," said the woman. "Oh, we know she'll be perfect," said a man. When the music started, she tossed Herbert into the air. Next, she added the salt shaker, and finally, the water balloon. Beatrice didn't miss a beat. The crowd clapped with delight, but Beatrice noticed something odd about the salt shaker. The specks falling out of it were not white. Achoo! Herbert was so surprised by his sneeze, he grabbed the water balloon with his claws. Kablooey! Herbert, pieces of water balloon and pepper rained down on Beatrice. For the first time, as long as anyone could remember, Beatrice made a mistake, and it was a big one. The music stopped. Beatrice didn't know what to do. Cry? Run off the stage? The crowd sat stunned. They couldn't believe the girl who never made mistakes made a mistake. Beatrice looked up at Herbert. He looked back at her. His hamster fur was soaked and speckled with bits of balloon. Beatrice let out a giggle. The giggle grew into a chuckle, and the chuckle became a laugh. The people in the crowd looked at each other, then back at Beatrice. They began to giggle, then chuckle, and finally roar with laughter. Beatrice and the audience laughed until they couldn't remember why they were laughing. That night, Beatrice slept better than she ever had before. In the morning, no fans greeted Beatrice. When she got dressed, Beatrice, for no reason at all, put a polka-dotted sock on one foot and a plaid sock on the other. Beatrice and Carl made sandwiches. This time, they put the peanut butter and jelly on the outside. They called it an inside-out PB&J. Lunch was messy and delicious. Later, Beatrice found Millie and Sarah skating in the park. They fell a lot and laughed. Now people no longer call her the girl who never makes mistakes. They just call her Beatrice. See, boys and girls, sometimes making mistakes can actually be a lot of fun. So again, don't worry about making a mistake. We all learn from them, right? And sometimes the best mistakes end up being the best discoveries. Have a wonderful day, Montgomery School, and a lovely couple days off. See you later.